There we go. It only took me 5 minutes. Probably bored to death. I'll have to edit this later. Anyways, grindy day, grindy day. It's one of those openings where it didn't plummet or raise 100 points, right off the opening like it usually does. It's usually a lot more volatile than it was today. Today was one of those slower ones that I've ever seen. Not that I've been doing this forever and ever, but that's the thing. I'm still pretty fresh, and I'm sure a lot of you are. You wouldn't be watching this. But you got to keep with it. Got to keep learning it. Either way, the education costs you, whether you do it the hard way or the easy way. But always recommend, if you can, find a decent mentor. Anything you pay money for, you're usually going to get something out of it. I would do it live in person instead of order any of this shit you see on, YouTube advertisements, of all the, blah, 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 do this, AI bot. I would just be careful with any of that. Copy trading's as far as copying somebody else's trades, not copy trading per se. There's a copy trader, so you can copy trade all your accounts. I don't know if you know that. In Apex, you can have 20 accounts, use a copy trader to copy your trade to each of your 20 accounts. Hence, copy trader. But I was more referring to copying other people's trades. That reminds me, trading's risky. Trade at your own risk. It's you have to put in your effort, try to learn it. Don't gamble, or there's a good chance you're going to lose your money. There's risk involved. Trade smart. Patience is the biggest key, I believe, that I have learned so far. Something I don't normally have a lot of, but definitely trying to have more if I'm going to make it at this. I just started becoming profitable. It took me 6 months of losing my ass. And yeah, there was a couple times I wanted to quit, but by then I had spent enough. It was too late. And I don't think that anybody knows everything, but over time, I picked up a couple of things that really have had breakthroughs in my day. One being, being able to stream Bookmap simultaneously while I'm trading, so I can see the volume and, the delta and everything that you have to pay for through Apex or NinjaTrader as extras. Their indicators inside the NinjaTrader platform are pretty primitive, but a couple of them still come into play. You just have to play around and see which ones work for you. I personally always have the RSI and a MACD up, a 9 EMA, and I tend to mark up the standard candlestick chart with, any, value areas, initial balance, etc. But we'll go through a little bit of that while I'm looking at here. This is today's chart of 5 minute. I trade simultaneously with a sim next to my PA for any trades that I'm not sure of and can't really come up with at least 3 confirmations of why I'd be taking that trade. So I back test with a sim count simultaneous, and it's been helping a lot doing it that way. That way you're not just pushing buttons on your paid PA accounts because they can get expensive. It's $85 with a discount for your PA after you pass eval, which takes work. Passing evals is not easy. I'm sure a few of you know what I'm talking about, but just go over a couple of those things on the screen here. I don't know if you can see the mouse pointer or not, but it looks like you can. Here again, I'll leave it black. Sorry. So we're at the beginning of the day. Here's that not so volatile drop. It was basically set and chopped at VWAP. VWAP was right here or so this morning, pointing up, and then it pointed down, which it goes with the trends. VWAP will tilt with the trend. So it was tilting down right about here. There was some good value areas, getting some good trades here, and then clearly it started trending up. You see this retest right here on 90 MA, and boom, followed all the way up to the high of the day, 21. What was it? 270 almost. But that wasn't after, did a couple of really good fakes. And I'll get to this specific spot here in a little bit because I was also live streaming another guy that I just come across on my random YouTube feed. So I put him on and watched him trade, and it was hilarious. So we'll get back to that. But all in all, it was a good day. My sim account, actually, I usually tend to lose a little more on the sim account on days that I'm making a bunch of simultaneous trades with it because I'm trying to take smart trades. So, but still, my sim account was up 2,200 and my PA was up 3,200, which is a really good day. Really good day. I never got anywhere near my loss max, so I just kept pushing it. This point, until I get a couple more accounts, is 2,000 positive in the green. But my percentage was really good with that account versus my sim all day. So I guess I was making the right choices, which doesn't always happen for sure. Does not always happen. But I've been staring at it for a while now, so I'm starting to get a lot of these patterns are coming in, and of course I'm watching Delta and on Bookmap where the heat strips are and all the orders. You can see, you can see the book, you can see the trade book. Once you learn to use it, it's super powerful tool. I mean, when I first found it, I was like, cool, this is way more than I've ever been able to see. But then I took the time to learn how to use it because Bookmap provides all that on their website. I mean, literally, you can watch them all, learn how to use it before you ever even buy anything from them, which I thought was awesome. I'm not in any way affiliated with Bookmap. Maybe someday, especially if they're going to give me a free account, which it's cheap. Their accounts are cheap. It's like $39 for the second to highest one, which is required for your futures, I believe. And then the premium is $80 or something like that, $79. That's cheap compared to most other software that I've seen. And I use it streaming every day. And they also have a free version. But all their tutorials and everything is not only on their website, but on YouTube as well, on their channel. So I recommend at least looking at Bookmap and checking it out because it's the best way I've found to see volume in 5 different ways. You've got the footprint charts on there. You've got the regular order book itself. Then you've got commutative delta, regular delta. And then you can see all the stocks that are in your index. Also, like if you trade a big index like Dow or NASDAQ or S&P, you can see every stock that's connected to those big indexes and see what they're doing simultaneously on Bookmap. Also, it can also be integrated with NinjaTrader, which I also use NinjaTrader. I am not affiliated with in any way, but it can be integrated and you can trade off of it or the NinjaTrader, and you can look at both style charts simultaneous, which is a must. You have to be able to see multiple things. I don't think that day trading can be done on a phone. I really don't. You just can't. You can't look at your levels close enough. You can't use all the attributes and tools that your computer has. Obviously, you don't have multiple screens. So to me, it's subpar doing it on your phone. If you're a swing trader, it's different. You still have to do your homework in the morning, look at your computer, so you get all your charts marked up and everything, and then you can just trade from your hand, get alerts, everything, depending on the platform you use. So, but all in all, today was a wonderful trading day. Let's move on to this guy that I was talking about. Called his name is Smooth Trader, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to chuck him under the bus. I'm just going to tell it like I saw it. He's probably a couple years older than me, but I watched this guy gamble exactly what you are not supposed to do. The behavior that I would think you are absolutely not supposed to do. I know people that do it. I'm from Nevada. I know what gamblers look like. They just love to push that button. They just keep going. And if they lose a little bit, then they're going to keep chasing it. And if they won a little bit, they're certainly going to try and win again. So that was this guy to the T. And basically I started simultaneously trading my sim account to the opposite of everything he was doing, because he was just doing trade after trade after trade after trade after trade. For I watched it for an hour, and I started doing the opposite of everything he was doing. And I brought my sim account that was, I don't know, probably almost $4,000 in the negative back to 2,200 in the positive, doing the exact opposite of what Smooth Trader was doing. He was, of course, on the NASDAQ also. I don't know who he trades with. It's certainly a different platform that I've never seen. But he was kind of hilarious. He was super entertaining, but it was certainly, I don't know if maybe that's what his life thing is about, is what not to do, but he seemed really serious, and he's talking to it the whole time. Come on, you dirty girl. Come on, you dirty girl. Oh, why do you got to be so mean? He was pretty entertaining. I'll give him that. But he was gambling. He was certainly gambling, and he was losing his ass. He won like one trade to put him at even, but I don't know. None of his numbers ever moved as far as what it said his P&L was for the day. So I don't know, because he was just spitting out some numbers. Oh, won that one, $2,200, but his number would never change on his screen that he was sharing. So I'm not sure how, legit or truthful or whatever, but there was value in recognizing that he was gambling, just recognizing that was not what you should do, what not to do, exactly, textbook what not to do. But I know a lot of people would probably be following him, making those same trades. Oh, he's on here, he's doing it, I'm going to do it. Man, you'd have lost your ass. Like I said, I did the exact opposite for probably 45 minutes of the hour that I watched him, and basically did a 6,000 gain on 4 contracts. I'm talking about I traded as many times as he did, just simultaneously did the opposite of what he was doing. So I probably made 20 trades in that 45 minutes and come up $6,000 doing the opposite. And I'll stop there. So it could be beneficial to, if you're pretty smart and you kind of know what's going on, especially if you know a couple of these platforms and you've been trading for a minute. It's easy to put your ideas against his because he was so wrong about the market. He just kept letting it get him, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting something different to happen. That is the definition of insanity, by the way. Insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting different results. So let's move on to somebody that I watch pretty much every morning, and I don't know if it's good to name drop or what, but Trades by Matt. I watch him in the morning. He's got a lot of followers and stuff like that, so he gets a lot of people annoying him, and then you got trolls and haters, and they're talking smack on his feed all the time. And I think he handles it like a champ, but you can see that it gets to him a little bit. But watching him day in, day out, when he gives up, techniques and stuff that he's doing, and he will explain stuff if somebody in the chat asks what exactly he means, and he does it without making him feel stupid. If you watch him, take the 40 minutes or whatever to watch him every day. Sometimes he's on for an hour and a half. I've learned 5 mega valuable things from watching Matt. Seriously, he's just a youngster. Good hell, he's only 29 years old. And the dude's smart. He knows what he's doing. I don't know what much of his background is. I know he's been doing it for a while. He's got videos on here of when he looks like a damn teenager still. But he's smart. I think he's smart anyways. And I've learned a couple things. I mean, a lot of the basic stuff. He tells you what chart he's using. He'll usually make a trade or two if if what he's looking for, if his strategy appears, his setups appear, he'll trade them right there. He'll tell you why he's doing it. He breaks even. He puts his break even in there. He's super consistent. He manages his stops real nice and tight. His entries are flawless. I mean, he knows where the value areas are. All that stuff I learned from him. It takes a minute. You're not going to just watch one session and you're going to know everything that Matt knows. It just doesn't work that way. But as far as watching YouTubers, something that shows value, especially something live every day with the same chart you're looking at, Trades by Matt. You're the man. Thank you for everything. Seriously. But yeah. So maybe we'll talk about another one. I'm sure that most of you, if anybody sees this, you know who Tori Trades is. She's cute as a button. She's easy to look at, easy to listen to. But Tori, show more value, please, in your videos. You're awesome. It's clear that you're sharp. It's clear that your uncle taught you well. You stuck with your social media to get 1 million followers. I mean, this girl is getting 10,000 views in 9 hours, any new video she posts. And she rarely gives up anything that she's doing, any of her strategies or her setups that she's looking for. She just blah, 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 wears a nice tank top. And come on, Tori, give us a little something of what you're doing. Talk about your play-by-play. You have somebody editing for you. Please just show us a little more value. Don't be just another cute little chickie on here. I mean, you're awesome, but your thumbnails and your taglines are great for your videos. You get 1 million viewers. I can't say shit. I got nobody yet. Hopefully I gain some ground here, but I don't know. With Tori, you can be awesome and cute. Okay. Just tell us, show us what you do, what you and your uncle do. Kind of go over your versions of the stories and your memories with him and how you got to where you are and why you moved where you are, why you're making what moves you're going with, what indexes you're trading today, or what tools you really use to decide when you're going in your trade. A little more in depth than just trend lines and alerts and affiliate links. Please, Tori. Thanks. You're awesome, girl. Just show us a little more. You can keep wearing the glasses, and I love the glasses, by the way. Holy mackerel. Keep the glasses and the pigtails or whatever it is that you do with your hair and your tank tops, but just show us a little more about trading. Please and thank you for everybody. You're awesome. Way to go, girl. And don't listen to anybody's bullshit. Don't let anybody bring you down. You're doing fantastic. Tori Trades. Thank you. Okay, moving on up. Linda Raschke. Legend, lady. You are a legend. Thank you for doing so many interviews and, just little strategies, and at least making videos telling us where to find your book and what they're called, because legend. There's nothing like the old school, okay? If you can, in my opinion, everybody, that if you can look at charts like a lot of these old schoolers, some of these legends, geniuses that have been on the floor, then they're live with the and still be able to trade with all the chaos and commotion and everybody's screaming and everybody's hand signals, legend, dude. It's seriously, Linda Raschke, you're the woman. You. But
I love trading. I trade with Apex, and man, I've cursed them a few times. Not like publicly, but it's nobody's fault but mine when I lose. That's the best thing about this. This shit is not gambling. It's not gambling unless you make it gambling. And gambling, it will eat you alive. There's a strategy here. There is. There's tons of strategy. Find your own strategies and be accountable for the trades you make. Don't copy somebody else's trades. Especially if it's off a live feed. You'll get wrecked more than likely. Just saying. My opinion. You may say you didn't ask for my opinion. Some smart asses on the other end, but you're watching it. So you did ask for it. Just saying. Quit being a tool bag. Quit being a troll. Let's help lift each other up. We should help each other. Everybody can succeed. Somebody's head does not have to be in the mud for another to progress. A lot of you out there think that. Actually, I think over 50% of all people think that way. It's ridiculous. You want to be successful? Help others succeed. Anything you can do to help to keep them from learning the hard way is human of you. It's the right thing to do. You're not going to let a deaf and blind person walk into some kind of crazy buzzsaw thing that comes straight out of Indiana Jones and freaking Last Crusade to chop their head off. You're going to say, hey, or grab them and pull them to the side before it does that, because that's what you're supposed to do. You learn something that helped you or that could have saved you before, tell somebody in the space about it. Tell somebody you know about it if they're trying to do the same thing that you are. You're supposed to encourage, not discourage. Rant over. Anyways, I'm going to make this a short one because that is my first one. Maybe it'll go down in history for bad production and too much blah, 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 and me trying to learn my technology as I go because I'd never tried it before, but it looks like I figured it out. It looks like you can see my chart and my mouse. Boom, winning. This is today's chart. It was a good day. A hella green day. November 13th, 2024. Have a good evening, y'all. Do your homework. Get some sleep. Eat well. Be on your game tomorrow. It's a whole new day. Peace out.